Hey, what's up, Dose family? Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you guys are new here, my name's Erica. We are the Dose family. Our focus is like type 1 diabetes to help those families who are kind of like newly diagnosed and who have any questions. But then we do family vlogs and family reels, do lots of pump changes, Dexcom changes, things like that. But we just want to have fun on this channel. Honestly, we're excited and motivated so much more. So guys, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notifications, also follow us on Instagram. We finally got our TikTok back, so follow us on TikTok. We'll be making videos on there as well. So my name is Erica. I am a mommy. I am a wife. I am a mommy of two. I have one that's a type 1 diabetic, which is Emma. She's 7, and then I have a 3-year-old who is non-type 1 diabetic but thinks he is because he just wants snacks every single time Emma's low. So if he wants a snack, he's like, "Mommy, I'm low, I'm gonna get a snack or a juice." He's so silly. He's the best. I'm a nursing student. I'm going back to school for my bachelor's of nursing. It's super exciting. And I'm a wife to a husband who I adore. That's our family. But today I wanted to talk about type 1 diabetes and back to school. Since it's back to school season, I know how scary it could be. This is our 4th year going back to school with type 1 diabetes, and it's still really scary, but I do trust our staff because we work so well together, and that's why I'm here to share the tips and tricks and everything that you should bring. I'm going to as well as answering some questions on Instagram, talking about tech, talking about diabetes bag, talking about emergency boxes. So that's what this video is about. I just want to share what works for us because I hope that it just helps one mom or one parent out there or one guardian who has a child who has type 1 diabetes and this is your first year going back to school. I know how scary it could be, but I would just want to share some tips with you guys just to help you ease back into school with just confidence, and I hope my tips help because it's helped us and the staff really likes what we do. That I feel like I'm very proud to say that I'm prepared and ready to send her back to school with confidence. I'm excited for her to have another great year at her school because she loves school, and I just don't want anything to hold her back from any education. And I take a lot of pride in preparing her for school because she's so smart, and I really don't want anything to stop her from following her dreams. So with all that ranting, I'm sorry, let's get into it. So let's talk about technology first. One of the really common questions I get all the time is when Emma wears her watch. She has an Apple Watch. Yes, I know it's not for everybody, but it's benefited us in so many ways. I'm going to tell you how in a few minutes. But the common question we get a lot about her watch is, does she have to have her phone with her to see her blood sugars? Unfortunately, yes. I remember they were talking about, you know, the Dexcom transmitter directly connecting to the watch. That would be amazing, but from right now, she does need to have her phone with her for her to see her blood sugars on her watch. So this is the Apple Watch. This is the 33mm. It's one of the smaller ones, and so I just have like a case around it, and then I have a type 1 diabetes alert band that I got off Amazon. This scrunchie band I got off Amazon too. It's kind of like a kid size, and it fits her perfect. And then here it'll show you oops, let me unlock it. It's just hard when you're not wearing it and it doesn't fit my hand. But here it shows, like, it tells you Dexcom G6, and that's where her numbers would show. And also another feature that we love and I've talked about is the walkie-talkie app. She has it on her phone, I have it on she has it on her watch, and I have it on my watch, and we can kind of walkie-talkie back with one another, and I like see she's kind of trending too low. So I try not to call her as often or try to call her like when I'm scared. I just try to put my trust into her, or I put my trust into the staff. But then when I do see her going a little bit too low, kind of like in the 60s or in the 50s, I message her, or I walkie-talkie her, and I tell her, I'm like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Did you have something? And then sometimes she likes it when I stay on the phone with her when she checks her blood sugar, because she probably had something, and then she just wants me to stay with her to make sure that she's at a good level. And her teacher is, so far her teachers have been okay with her having her technology. I don't know why they wouldn't want her to have her technology, but they've been okay with her having her watch. It's been amazing actually, because she doesn't have to take her phone out and then get the attention of other children with having the phone. So so they do need to be within 20 feet of one another. So that's just a question that I get so much, is do they need to have their watch? Yes, unfortunately, yes, for now. So I'm hoping have Dexcom and Apple collab, and they have the transmitter directly connect to her Apple Watch, because that would be amazing. So for now, they do have to have it together within 20 feet. And now this is her phone. This is just basically an iPhone. I don't know what iPhone it is. I think it's a 12. I don't know. One of those that we just use for a medical device. Here's my screensaver. I shared this on Instagram, and it says, this is a medical device, this is type 1 diabetic, insulin dependent, my name is Emma, if there is an emergency dial 911, and then contact my mom down here, and then my phone number is there. So if there's any emergency and Emma's unable to answer, there is also a medical setup on the phone that I have set to me and to her dad. So just in case something happens, her phone is another way of communicating. It's been great. And it sucks because unfortunately, like last year, like I said, like kids are curious because they see that Emma's very young. She's only 7, and she has a phone. So kids are like, hey, why does she have a phone? I want a phone. And last year, a kid went into her diabetes bag and took her phone and ran away with it. Luckily, I had the GPS, and we found it right away. So yeah. Okay, so next thing, this is her diabetes bag. This is from Myabetic. This is their kids fanny pack. We love it because it's compact, but it fits so much stuff, and it fits her phone. It's great. She uses it as like kind of like, you know, that trend where they have the fanny pack in the front or in the back. She hardly ever wears it around her waist, but she likes wearing it like that. So in her bag, so this is the bag that she will take from, so obviously she'll have her backpack full of like her school supplies, and I usually put extra snacks in there if she wants to eat something. And then I write kind of like the carb count so she can dose herself. So this is her diabetes bag. She's gonna take this from like class to class, because she goes from her classroom to a reading group to music to PE to like recess to lunch. So she has different activities throughout the day. So we just figured that it'd be so much easier, instead of her carrying her big backpack, for her to have a smaller bag to carry around just her diabetes supplies. And so let me show you what's inside. Also, I didn't want a lot of needles in here, and then because you know, kids are going to be curious. You never know what's going to happen. The first thing I have in here is very important. It is her Biscimi. This is a emergency glucagon spray. This is just a spray that goes up their nose when they're unconscious and unable to eat anything. Like if their blood sugar drops too low and they go unconscious and they're unable to eat anything, this is where this comes in very handy. It's a nasal spray that they spray up their nose, and their sugar should go up within 5 to 10 minutes. So luckily we haven't had an emergency, knock on wood, that we've had to use this. So it's just good to have all the time. So she has this in her bag. She has a lot of questions about this too. We're actually doing a giveaway on our Instagram. I think hopefully this will be up by then. The giveaway is open till Friday. And then we will pick 2 winners that will win a blot. So this is a blot. This is from this diabetic. We love this because Emma used to lick her fingers, and like through COVID, through the pandemic, I'm like, don't be licking your fingers, there's germs everywhere. And she would lick her finger with her blood on it, or she'd wipe it on her clothes and there's a stain and it like ruins the clothes. So I thought this was amazing because it's just basically a little round disc with a place for you to put your blood on, and then if you turn it, you get a new clean spot. And all it is a cotton round, a plain cotton round that you use to clean your face, just placed in here for like easy, you know, cleaning. And then it's magnetic. You can hook it onto a bag if you want, but Emma has that in her diabetes bag, and it's amazing because Emma has stopped ruining her clothes because she would come home with like blood stains on her pants or her leggings, and I'm like, Emma, you like just totally ruined your pants with the blood stain. She's got her meter, she's got some test strips, she's got her lancet. I try to change this out every day to see, you know, how many she has, because she has 4, but she does have some in her emergency box, which I'll show in a minute. She has, oops, she has some low treats. She's been really loving these Starburst swirlers. It's basically a big Starburst, and it's got 2 flavors on it. This one's cherry lemonade, and it's not perfect because it's only 9 carbs per little candy. And then she's got a fruit roll up. She usually has more in here. She just came back from camp, so she probably had to eat a couple or something. She went swimming all day long. She's so tan. So yeah, and then her phone goes on this back pocket here. Also, this back pocket's amazing because if the child does wear it as a fanny pack, they can slip their, you know, pump tubing into here, and then this part's insulated, so it keeps the pump kind of in a cooler space, and it's on both sides. So if like the tubing needs to be on this side or the tubing needs to be on this side, it's pretty awesome. We haven't utilized that yet because, like I said, Emma doesn't wear it around her waist. She usually wears it around her chest. But the bag changes, you know, throughout the year. She changes into a small backpack, she changes into like a crossbody bag. It all just depends on how she feels or if she wants to change her bag. Also, I have a little alert tag that I got off Amazon. I will link everything that I have mentioned down below so that you guys are able to buy it if you guys are interested. I'm not getting paid for it at all, so this is all just my personal recommendations for you guys, because I really truly just want to help you guys. I know how scary it can be to like send your child to school all day without you, but yeah, so that's her diabetes bag. Now on to the big thing, is the emergency bag, the emergency box. This is something we've done the past 3 years that she's going to this elementary school, and the nurse actually really likes it, and she's recommended it to other parents in this town. Because so our situation is we do not have a full-time nurse on campus all the time. She handles, so there's one nurse handling a bunch, like I think there's 4 elementary schools and a middle school that she handles. Sorry, there's like hair all over me. Okay, so our nurse handles a ton of different schools and other diabetics who actually really need a nurse on campus because they don't have a pump, they don't have a Dexcom, they're just a little bit more reliable on the nurse. And in Emma's case, she is more supervision because Emma can handle dosing herself. Emma can make the decision, okay, I need to eat something, and then I don't usually have her correct herself because she is on control IQ, so the pump will correct it on its own, and it will like suspend insulin as well if she's going too low. So it's amazing to have, you know, the technology that we do, because I don't know what we would do without it. It's honestly helped Emma become a little bit more independent with her diabetes. So then the teacher, basically the teacher will be there to supervise Emma when she's dosing for lunch or breakfast. But moving on to the emergency box, I got these containers. They're literally those shoe boxes from Target. This one came a set of 3, and I have a box in her classroom and I have a box in the front office. Her campus is not very big, so I would just coordinate with your staff, and if your campus is a lot bigger, maybe you would have a box on one end of the school and a box on another end, and one in their classroom or one in the PE gym or something like that. Just talk to the staff and see where they would want a box. And Emma knows where to get some extra low treats, or if she needs any help. The receptionist is so willing to help her. And so what I have on here is a picture of Emma, and then kind of just like the contents of what's inside the box. Our emergency phone numbers down here, and then here it says her name and that she's insulin dependent, she's type 1 diabetic. These emergency box will be kept in her classroom, also in the front office, in a cool, dry place. And it says here, if her Dexcom alerts low and the school nurse is not available, supervise Emma to check her blood sugar. And if her blood sugar is 70 to 80, give her half a juice. And if her blood sugar is less than 70, give her 1 full juice and keep Emma within a close distance. Recheck her blood sugar within 15 minutes, and if she's still low, give her half a juice. And then I have a little quick guide down here. It basically just says, you know, if the arrow is pointing downward, 120 to 90, give her half a juice or half a fruit snack. If the arrow is pointing down, 100 to 80, give her a full juice or 1 full fruit snack. And then if she's going straight down, less than 70, give her a full juice. So I put this on here just in case like staff is out, and there's like a substitute for the front office, or there's a substitute in her class. This way they know what your child looks like, and this way they kind of have like a little quick guide just in case, you know, they don't know what to do. Also, I'm usually informed when there is going to be a substitute teacher, and I offer the teacher to put it into kind of like, they have like lesson plans listed for the substitute teacher, and I have them list my phone number. If they have any questions, they're more than welcome to call me. So yeah. Also, I asked the staff to bring this box out if there's any emergencies, kind of like if there's a fire drill, or if there's an earthquake drill, or if all the students need to go outside. I asked the staff if they can bring the emergency box outside just in case, you know, kids are gonna be kids, and like if Emma forgets something, if she forgets her bag, then that way they're covered and they have like food and juice outside if they're having to stay outside for a prolonged period of time. So I just asked them if they can do that. So yeah, so let me show you what's inside. I have a ton of stuff inside. I have a Buscemi. This is that emergency nasal spray. I also have the injection glucagon. I also want to say that because we don't have a full-time nurse on campus, when Emma was in kindergarten, the receptionist sent out that they were going to have a training day for emergency glucagon, and whoever wanted to be trained, any extra staff out of kind of like her inner bubble can attend. And the entire staff, even the janitor, he's so sweet, he loves Emma, and Emma really likes him too. So they all attended, and they all were trained to use the emergency nasal spray and the emergency glucagon. This one's a injection. So if you don't know what this is a glucagon. It's for emergency when the child or the person, type 1 diabetic, is unable to respond or drink anything. So they do an injection so they can come back to, and this is basically just sugar water so that they, you know, come back to if they're unable to respond. So I have those two. I have a full pump change. I wish I can put a Dexcom in here, but our insurance only covers 3 weeks at a time, and I wish I had extras, but if I had extras I would put that in here. Also, one thing I need to buy, which I'm picking up tomorrow with my Walmart order, is batteries for her meter. I have some alcohol wipes, I have extra test strips, I have Lancets, I have tons of different low snacks. I have juice, crackers, I have some gummies. These are perfect. I have some Smarties, just to give her a little bit of a variety. And then I have some hand sanitizer. I have a copy of her 504 plan in here too. So that's all that I have in here. So like I said, I would put, if I could, I would put an extra Dexcom. Also, I need to buy those batteries. So that's what I have in my emergency box. And then the teacher will usually, like if she's running low on treats, the teacher usually tells Emma, or Emma will tell me like, Mommy, I'm running low on some treats. Can we get some new ones? And I kind of just switch it out so she doesn't get tired of them. But yeah, that's what's in our emergency box. It's helped so much because then Emma's not having to carry around so much stuff. And you know, it's already really hard for me to convince her to like bring her diabetes bag because she just wants to be a normal child. And I get it. I totally get it. It's really hard. So every year, before school starts, we have a meeting with the principal, the nurse, the school nurse, the receptionist, her teacher, and last year the cafeteria supervisor wasn't there, but I know this year she will be there, just to kind of recap on what's going on. But we sit down and we talk about expectations, and we talk about their concerns, if there are any concerns, and if there's any questions for us. And that's when we all just sit and talk about it. And then Emma's in there meeting with us, so we can kind of tell her what to expect the new year, what we expect out of her, how, if she has any concerns of what's going on. And it's just a great way to have communication. I think that's one thing that I really push on parents who ask for advice about going back to school. I think it's just open communication, talking to the staff, telling them your concerns. If there's any problems, if you feel unsafe sending your child, tell them why. This is their life, you know? So I think open communication is the best advice I can give you, you know, throughout the board. I know everybody's situation is different. Like, I know some people that were telling me that their child is going to have a full-time aide with them like the entire time that they're at school. I think that's amazing. I'm jealous that you get to do that, that you have that. And some people have nurses on staff all the time, which is amazing. But with us, like in our situation, there is no nurse all the time. So it's so important to talk to the entire staff, like Emma's little inner circle, and also finding another teacher. Say if her teacher isn't there, then talking to another teacher. Every year I talk to her kindergarten teacher because she does have type 1 diabetes herself, and Emma tells me like, oh mommy, I went to my kindergarten teacher today because my teacher wasn't there and she helped me dose, or she helped me, you know, correct my sugar, things like that. And have multiple staff there willing to help, you know, your child, and don't just rely on one, because there's gonna be those days where the staff is out, or they're absent, and you don't want your child to feel scared and not safe. So in that meeting we talk about our plan. We exchange contacts. We just make sure that Emma feels safe and she feels confident going back to school. Another thing I do too is last year in first grade we did this, and she had a buddy. She has a best friend that was in her class, and if she needed to go to the office, her buddy knew about her type 1 diabetes, and her buddy would walk her to the office if needed to, or if they were leaving the class, she would kind of remind Emma, you forgot your bag, make sure you bring your diabetes bag with you. It's been pretty amazing, and her friends are so nice. Like, she's had the same classmates since kindergarten, and they kind of like mix up the I think there's 4 first grade classes or second grade classes, and they mix all the kids up, but all the kids know each other, and they all know that Emma has type 1 diabetes. And when she beeps, her classmates are always like, Emma's low, she needs a juice. So everybody's aware, and Emma's pretty happy because she's such a nice kid. Like, she gets along with everybody. I'm not worried about her being social or anything like that. And also she's super smart and super responsible. I could not be any more proud of her, and she's academically really smart. Not to toot my own horn, but she's very smart. And type 1 diabetes honestly is just the thing that I need to worry about at school for Emma. So that is the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. This is a really long video. It's probably gonna be like 30 minutes. But I made this video because I really just want to help moms out there, because I remember when we were newly diagnosed, I was so overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. Like, I know that their endocrinologist and their staff does the best with helping, you know, newly diagnosed families, and it was really hard. I learned something new every single day, and I'm still learning after 4 years. And it's just about being adaptive and being open to change, because that's really hard too. With every year it's something different. There's like a different teacher, we had a different principal 2 years ago, and the staff just rotates, and there's different students in the classroom, and it's all about adjusting and learning about what's going to make it work. And it honestly takes a lot of time. And so for the first few days I usually go into the classroom and I'm just there to help. I'm there to help kind of like not like a chaperone, but like a visitor, like a volunteer. So usually I'm there as a volunteer for the first few days of school to help the teacher adjust to the new class, adjust to having Emma there, adjusting to, you know, dosing her, adjusting to all that. And that way I can see her routine, and then if I need to make any adjustments on her basal rates, I can. So I really hope that this video helps at least one mom out there, you know, who is sending their child for the first time to school. I know that it's very scary, but you can do it. You're amazing. Your child's gonna have the best year. It's gonna be great. And I just wanted to mention, like, I'm so thankful that our family on here is growing, and we're so excited and motivated to film more videos. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on your post notifications, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We will be posting videos on there as well. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting us even after we didn't post videos for so long. I'm so thankful that you guys are here still supporting us after all these years and all these bumps in the road. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.